Blutbart.
Hello and welcome back to another behind-the-scenes toy photography video. This week I'll show you how to make a hallway diorama. I call this shot Imperial Heist. I'll also show you my editing process. For this shot I used Zeb, Ezra, Chopper, and 3 Stormtroopers from Hasbro's Star Wars The Black Series. I started my setup by covering my desk with this non-slip mat that would both keep my black acrylic floor surface from sliding around and protect it from scratches. I then positioned some small LED panel lights in the back before placing my diorama walls in front of them. These walls are 3D printed and I'll leave a link to the source in the description. Before completing the rest of my diorama, I posed and placed a few background figures. To pose one of my Stormtroopers in a falling position, I had to use a figure stand. I wanted to avoid using a figure stand for Ezra here, so I very carefully balanced him in a running position. Next, I finished off the diorama with this large 3D printed doorway and one more wall panel. Lastly, I positioned the rest of our heroes. A few last minute tweaks to the lighting and it was time to shoot. Here's my starting image. I began my edit with a few layer adjustments for color correction, but the vast majority of this edit was spent touching up the figures and the scenery. These diorama walls don't always sit perfectly flush with the floor or each other, so I used the healing brush tool to fill in the gaps. I also used the healing brush tool and content aware fill to remove all the articulation joints on my figures. During this process, I also added a vignette and slightly cropped the image. Using some custom brushes I found on the internet, I added some sparks and smoke to accentuate the action of the shot. And finally, I added a cool photo filter to bring all the colors together. So once again, here's my starting image. And here's where I ended up. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing, and check me out on Instagram. Thanks, and until next time.